Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of January 10th to the 16th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I want to remind you, as always, general weekly read. So just take what resonates and let's not stress over what doesn't, all right? And I will mention the song of the week in just a moment, as well as the overall message. But remember to stick with me to the very end of the reading so you get an answer to your yes or no question, all right? So think of it along the way. But the overall message that you received, or I received for you, for the week was music to my ears. Music to my ears. Very interesting. And the song of the week for you is Right as Rain by Adele. What a beautiful song. I'll leave that in the description box below if you'd like to listen or look up the lyrics. But let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, Aries, let's begin by pulling the overall message or messages from the Sacred Light Oracle deck. For Aries for this upcoming week to begin the 10th to the 16th of January 2022. For my strong Aries. Okay, this one came out in Leo's as well. We do have at the bottom of the deck, Crystal Kingdom, slowing down, materialism, psychic debris. So a push to slow it down this week, or feeling like you don't have much of a choice but to do so. Okay, there is a focus on karma for whatever reason. Don't know, I have no idea where that came from, but feeling as if there is a focus on materialism, the items you have, desire, have had once upon a time. A push to meditate for some of you. Ground yourself. We also have on the table Temple Secrets. This is the one that came out in Leo's. Secrecy, isolation, observation, ritual magic. There is a focus on magic for you this week, okay? Things feeling a bit magical and very intertwined, in tune. I don't know why that's coming through. With observation, a push to observe what comes to be, what you hear, whether it's messages through music, messages through what you're watching, to think twice about what people say to you. There's more than meets the ear. Interesting. There's more than you hear right off the bat. It's to be broken down. Read between the lines. Okay, and what you discover is meant to be secret, kept secret, or you could find that you're discovering a level of secrecy with whoever that is that you're learning about or is communicating to you. Interesting. But this energy attachments card is coming through very heavy. Okay, energy exchange, negative influences, self-sabotage. There is a potential focus on you self-sabotaging oneself in one way, shape, or form. A push to, when you do slow down, to see how your habits are affecting you in negative sense in comparison to positive effects and benefits. But it does feel like there are some energies around you that are very heavy, that are just not healthy for you, and needing to reassess how much of a placement they're going to have in your situation moving forward. Some of you, it's just people you cross paths with, excuse me, as you're strolling down the street or just running errands and going from place to place, and it's just like, holy shit, your energy needs improvement. But it's just like, especially if you're empathic, this is going to affect you a lot. I do feel like you will be very much re-examining your own energy due to all of which that transpires. We're going to pull the main part of the reading from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck, aiming for 6 cards. Well, the 5 of Cups just oddly flipped over. I'm going to grab it, potentially expecting the worst. We're going to take that as a bonus one. All right, you could be dealing with a noisy environment that's coming through for Aries for this upcoming week, the 10th to the 16th. Yeah, I'm not feeling super comfortable at this point beginning this part of your reading. I do feel like people just need to figure it out around you so you can relax. Or you might at times be told by the universe, by spirit, or others around you, you also need to relax. Please don't take that offensively. Okay. We have 5, and we're going to pull with the Four of Cups, not feeling in the mood, not feeling the need to accept certain energy that surrounds you or comes towards you, or the way people sort of feeling combative or just coming towards you. You know what I mean? Feeling like people just need to take a step back or take a seat. Okay? Anyway, so we're beginning the week in spread with the Queen of Wands. So it's interesting we do have this Five of Cups side by side with the Secrets card, but more importantly, the Energy card, which we talked about negative influences and self-sabotage. And so I do feel like at times you expecting the worst or focusing on the negatives too much does come through, or just would be reminded that's a form of self-sabotage to an extent. Okay? We're going to clarify each one. We begin the week feeling quite serious. There is a level of passion needing to heal from the BS you deal with, or just what you've been coping with up until this point. Potentially in the previous week, with the Three of Wands, feeling passionate and ready to go, ready to sort of look out into the horizon and experience more. Feeling like what you deal with negatively does remind you of what you desire in a lot of ways, or just pushes you to continuously improve or just to change things up, to switch things up and, you know, seek new experiences in a lot of ways. And a reminder will come through to begin the week in one way, shape, or form to pave the way for yourself to just do what's right for you and allow for judgments and opinions to fall to the wayside at this time, because it feels like a lot of which don't may have ulterior motives or just are too pushy when it feels like you know what's best for you at this point, or just have a good head on your shoulders in a lot of ways. Okay? A push to slow it down even though you're feeling ready to go. It may not be the time to make a certain adjustment or change, but you feel just sort of fed up or just ready to move towards the new. Okay? Interesting. And then we have the Six of Swords naturally. So the Six of Wands, the number 66 coming out, I would look up that angel number meaning. But we do have a middle of the first half of the week where you're being put on in the spotlight, put on the spot. You know, people being like, well, why did you say that? Why did you do that? Why do you expect this? Why do you expect that? Where are you going next? What are you doing throughout your day? And you being like, wow, that's a lot. Why are you asking so many questions? Why do I have to tell you? Why is this happening from more than one person? I need to dig for that inner strength. It just feels like people are viewing you in a very strong light at this point in the week, but you just being like, that is a lot coming at me. A very Seven of Wands vibe. Okay? Feeling a bit depleted, and that's very much apparent, or just wanting to put an end to multiple situations for one reason or another. Okay? So pull one more for this one. The Four of Swords. Going back to that Crystal Kingdom card, you need to take some time to rest. Okay? It's as if people are just draining you with their energy, their negativity, or you're even doing that with to yourself at times. You need to take a step back and realize or figure out what you truly want moving forward and how you're going to live a healthy lifestyle, okay? Or just simply, how are you going to make more time to rest, to sleep, to take care of yourself? At times, you know, throughout the week, you will be reminded that you can't expect for that just for you just to be healthy moving forward if you don't prioritize it to a certain extent. But you will also understand with the Nine of Swords, feeling stressed to an extent, but also not prioritizing your sleep enough. You'll see that your world is truly changing in a lot of ways, as I just became very annoyed and sort of shocked by someone shouting outside or in the hallway, I want to say. Things just feeling quite confusing to an extent, or just irritating. I know this is not the most positive reading, but everything comes out for a reason. This is a positive part of the week for the most part. Okay. We have a connection that takes focus to wrap up the first half. One that is moving quite slowly. Okay. Someone you reconnected with or just have been with for a while, or met recently, and it's moving slowly. And it feels like there's a level of secrecy on both sides, more heavily on theirs. You feeling like at times when people are asking all these questions, being nosy, and then now this follows up, and you feel like there's a highlight on you both having secrecy on both ends, and being like, well, now how am I supposed to sort of open up and be vocal about what I'm going through, or about where I'm heading, what I want to change? I don't even have full clarity on what I desire potentially for some of you. Feeling like you just have been spending a lot of time alone, or they just maybe have a lot of water or earth in their chart and just love their alone time. Okay. There is a level of individuality, independence on both sides, but it just feels like there's so much secrecy that you both will have to open up eventually for this to work out. Okay. It does feel like there is a financial fresh start that needs to take place for one of which, okay, in order for things to proceed in a successful manner, however that pertains to you. I just heard let's get a move on. One of you, and I feel like it's mainly you, being very impatient when it comes to this situation. All right. Ace of Wands. That's two aces. Again, desiring, wanting so badly the new. There being a huge focus on what lies ahead. I need to have patience when it comes to this fresh start. Okay. A focus on you feeling passionate when it comes to it, wanting to light the way, wanting to get it started. And it could be more so, this feels different from the Ace of Pentacles. It's something for you that you want to move towards so badly, but it's as if other situations need to be squared away, wrapped up, tie up loose ends, or just a lot to be learned and gained before this comes to be. It's interesting because it kind of did come out in the reverse at first, but I felt the need to put it in the upright position. You'll be reminded that there's a lot more happening behind the scenes, preparation-wise, from the universe, from spirit, than meets the eye. So just understand that. It's as if, you have this team of spirits working behind the scenes uh, night and day trying to get things set up and ready for you. And it's a lot of hard work, and they want you to be kind of grateful and understand that things will happen in divine timing. Just make the best. Oh, sorry, that came out quite forceful. And I feel like you'll say that at one point and be like, didn't mean for that to happen. I'm so sorry that came up. Or you may not even apologize. But things, just tread carefully with the wording or the way you voice something, especially in moments of frustration throughout the week. You don't want to rub certain people the wrong way. Okay? There's a huge focus on another fire sign in your life, whether it's a Leo, an Aries, or could even be less likely a Sagittarius. Okay? I just feel as if they're going to be very significant when it comes to your future, even if they're not side by side with you. Very interesting. Let's clarify this one with the High Priestess. Feeling quite connected to the spiritual realm, to the universe in the middle of the second half of the week, feeling as if there's a huge focus on the night sky as well. And then it's like all the meanwhile you're being pushed to prioritize your sleep, but then you could be woken up in the middle of the night spiritually, or just for whatever reason due to noise potentially. And then you feel connected to the night sky, to the moon, the stars, or just there's just something to be gained. All right, you could just feel like a night owl these days. Let's pull one more. It's like your spirituality both hinders you at times, but then it helps you regain your strength. It feels like a game at times where you just feel as if you're reminded to dig for that inner strength, because moving forward, you are going to be so damn connected to spirit in the universe that it's going to play a role in your life if it hasn't already. You feeling strong, but just not feeling it. All right, for whatever reason, whatever it is you feel the need to reject. Be in line with the Six of Wands. Remember, we talked about people being nosy and in your business. At times you will just chuckle because it's too much, right? And it's this point in the week where you're just remembering to just move forward in a strong manner and utilize what you've learned and gained over time to just decipher who and what's coming with you. It feels like you have so much ahead for you, and other people sense that as well. And maybe that's why they're being nosy. And it just feels like you're thinking back to that, or people again are trying to chime in one way, shape, or form. I don't see you updating many people, if any at all. Okay? All the power to you, I would say. With the Five of Swords to finish up, we have the Moon. There's a focus on secrecy once again to finish up the week. When it comes to certain very heavy negative energies that surround you or you cross paths with, feeling as if you just are a bit stressed, or you feel a bit defensive, you feel like you just have your swords ready to defend oneself, your future, your goals, what you intuitively, to an extent, know lies ahead. Okay? There's if you're very empathic, the energy exchanges towards the end of the week will affect you. Take a deep breath, cleanse your energy, and separate yourself if need be. Okay? Again, a huge connection to the moon in this last chunk of the week. All right? A huge focus on you utilizing your independence, your strive for stability, your career in one way, shape, or form to distract yourself from the difficulties, the annoyances, or just to take care of what feels like a little bit of a void within in one way, shape, or form. Okay? It's truly an end to the week where you just need to remind yourself to keep the hope alive and to heal when necessary. Number 55 now coming out as I see the Five of Wands. Let's pull a Find Your Happy card or two and think of your yes or no question if you haven't already. For Aries for this upcoming week. The universe has a greater plan than mine. All right, just remember what's taking place behind the scenes. How things are transpiring is purposeful. All right, and do honor your body's needs for sure. Okay. There are no wrong decisions when it comes to how you intuitively feel you should move forward. I definitely reworded that card. But once again, take a moment to think of your yes or no question if you haven't already. For Aries. As it picks up speed, you can see the answer for your question is no. Okay, it's a very strong no. I truly hope that's a positive thing. Remember, everything, every little thing happens for a reason. I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries.